everybody, this is Elliot with Modern Music Studio. Today I'm going to be going through how to mix vocals. This is kind of my technique and a couple other techniques that I've kind of just stolen from other engineers over the years, but I'm just going to get right into it and kind of show you what we're working with and then go from there. So I'm just going to solo the track right now and let you listen to kind of just the track, and then we'll go into the vocals. So kind of a cool track there, a little funky, a little bluesy. And then here the vocals we'll be working with. I have the verse, we have a lead harmony, or a couple harmonies, some backing sounds. And then we have a pre-chorus, which we'll also be messing with, which is just a kind of different vocal sound altogether, which is why I have it in a different group. But here's the verse.
'Cause I'm running on empty, driving in my 6-speed. I just need you right against me. Don't kiss me, just fix me.
And then here's the pre-chorus.
Running on empty, on the time that you lent me. Don't risk me, I'm tipsy. Running on empty, driving in my 6-speed.
Cool. So that's what we'll be working with today. Super good singer, awesome artist recording on the track, and let's just go from there. So to begin with, if you notice, when I hit play, we're going to have some clipping down here.
Driving in my 6-speed.
So we don't want any of that, obviously. So let's just go ahead and turn everything down. The way I like to do this is you just select a track, hold shift, hit another track, and then it selects all of them, and you can just drag down your master volume on each track until it's kind of where you want it. For now, I'm going to go 6 dB below 0 and cruise from there. So the next move I'm going to make is I just want to focus in on this lead for now. So I'm going to turn the harmonies off and the pre-chorus off for now, so we can just hear kind of how the lead is sitting with the track and maybe mess with some leveling to start with.
'Cause I'm running on empty, driving in my 6-speed. I just need you right against me. Kiss me, kiss me.
Cool. So to start with, the vocals are a little quiet, and when I play everything together, we're still chilling around pretty high up here on the master. So I'm going to take down the track a little bit. That way we just have a little more headroom, so if we want to turn these up, we can, and it won't be too much of an issue in terms of overall volume.
'Cause I'm running on empty, driving in my 6-speed.
Cool, that's a lot better. So now that we got a little bit of a closer level to what we want,
Driving in my 6-speed.
we're gonna go ahead and do some kind of leveling out in a sense. So this trick that I'm doing, we're just gonna go ahead and grab just a utility from Ableton, and there's a bunch of different plugins that do the same thing. All I'm doing is I'm just gonna automate the actual volume of the track itself as we're going through it. And what this does is kind of taking a little bit of stress off of the compressors that we will be putting on the track later on. So, like, for example, right here, this section, you can see it's really quiet, and this is right when the track hits for the first time pretty hard, so the vocal's going to get drowned out pretty well. So let's just hear that. It's the E of empty, and I want to be able to hear that super clearly. And there's also other words in here that kind of get drowned out a little bit. In the track itself, right here, it's kind of an acapella section. So we're just going to grab the gain right here on the utility. We're going to hit A for automation mode, and we're just going to go in and kind of mess with some automation for a minute. And do our best to kind of even out the vocals as they are. So while doing this, I don't like to go more than about 2 dB in fixing, so to speak. That way it just sounds a little more natural, though there will be cases where you're going to need to raise it a bit more than that, especially right here on that T part, because it does get drowned out quite a bit. So let's just hear it really quick, and I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of editing as we're listening.
'Cause I'm running on empty.
Obviously right here this is way too much.
'Cause I'm running on empty.
It's a little smoother, you can really hear the empty now.
'Cause I'm running on empty. Oh, driving in my 6-speed.
Turn the 6-speed up a little bit.
I'm running down. Oh, driving in my 6-speed. Oh, driving in my 6-speed. I just need you right against me. I just need you right.
The just is a little too quiet for my liking.
I just need you right. I just need you right against me.
And I mean, as you're going through, you can kind of see it too. Like, this is pretty loud and this is pretty quiet, so you can see what you're trying to fix as well.
Right against me.
The girl is way too quiet.
Right against me. Don't kiss me. Right against me. Don't kiss me. Don't kiss me. Fix me.
And then this entire phrase is just a little too quiet for me too.
Don't kiss me, just fix me. You right against me. Don't kiss me, just fix me. You right against me. Don't kiss me, just fix me. You right against me. Oh mama, don't tempt me.
Now right here it actually say the mama is a little too loud, so we're gonna bring that down just a touch.
Oh mama, don't tempt me. No body back to 50. No, you're drinking on my whiskey. No body back to 50. No, you're drinking on my whiskey. No body back to 50. No, you're drinking on my whiskey. From here up to 60. No, you're drinking on my whiskey.
Whiskey is a little quiet.
You're drinking on my whiskey. From here up to 60. From here up to 60. No, you're drinking on my whiskey. From here up to 60. Up to 60.
Now that 2 where he's like from hero to 60, that 2 is super quiet and we gotta be able to hear that, otherwise you can't tell what he's saying.
Up to 60.
And again, I know it's going against my original rule where I try and avoid going more than 2 dB, but there's always exceptions.
Up to 60.
Nice. So there's my edit. As you can see, there's a little bit going on for sure, but I'm just gonna play it through all the way now just to make sure it's smooth and I didn't mess anything up, like no words are like all of a sudden super loud or certain phrases are louder than others.
'Cause I'm running on empty. Oh, driving in my 6-speed. I just need you right against me. Girl, don't kiss me, just fix me. Oh, mama, don't tempt me. No, about it back to shifty. No, you're drinking all my whiskey. From here up to 60.
Sounding pretty good. The only part I noticed is just right here where he goes, But that should be good now.
Just fix me.
Okay. So that's the first kind of thing I'd recommend doing when you're going through your vocals. That way you can just, I don't know, kind of take some stress off the compression, make it sound a little bit more natural. There's plugins that kind of do this for you. One of them is Waves Vocal Rider. And a lot of times I'll do this, then I'll do a little bit of the vocal rider to kind of smooth it out even more. But for now, I'm just going to go with some compression. So let's take some compression. We're going to throw it on really quick. This is just Ableton stock compressor. And we're just going to kind of even it out a little bit more. So with the first compressor that I like to throw on my vocals is I don't want to go too crazy on it. What I want to do is be able to bring up the quieter parts, bring down the lower parts, but I still want to keep that kind of punchiness and those transients in the vocals to make sure that they cut through the mix and still have kind of that edgy feel, especially with the song where he's a little louder, a little more aggressive with those vocals. So let's start off with, I'm going to go with a ratio of like, I'll say 4 to 1. This means that for every 4 decibels over the threshold, it's going to take or let 1 decibel through the compressor. Now our attack, I'm going to go about, let's go 15 milliseconds. Release, I'm going to keep pretty quick. And we'll just kind of hear how that sounds as I lower the threshold.
'Cause I'm running on empty. Oh, driving in my 6-speed. I just need you right against me. Girl, don't kiss me, just fix me. Oh, mama, don't tempt me. No, about it back to shifty.
So right now, all I'm really trying to do is catch those louder peaks, such as right here, here, that kind of stuff, and that kind of stuff.
Mama, don't tempt me.
Quick note, when you're using a compressor, make sure that your gain or your volume going into the compressor is the same as coming out of the compressor. We don't want to use any too much volume coming out of the compressor.
Mama, don't tempt me.
So a quick way to figure that out is just A-B for a second and try and find the right volume.
'Cause I'm running on, 'cause I'm running on empty.
So that sounded pretty good.
Oh, driving in my 6-speed. I just need you right against me. Girl, don't kiss me, just fix me.
Perfect. So I don't have any issues with that right now. It is catching the transients, it's smoothing the vocal out a little bit more, making it so that it's not as all over the place dynamically. So our next move is I'm going to take an EQ, let's go EQ8 for this one, and we're going to kind of cut out the low end for now. And the setting I like for this one is you go to your first band and do the ×4 low cut. That way everything in this area is cut out. We don't have any of that low-endy rumble. No, like if he's tapping his foot on the ground while you're recording, you don't get that kind of umpy sound from that. There's like an air conditioner in the room or something. It kind of just gets rid of anything that we don't want in that area. And as I do it, what I like to do is kind of try and sweep until I start to notice his vocal change, and then I'll go back just a little bit.
'Cause I'm running on empty. 'Cause I'm running on empty. Ooh, driving in my 6-speed. I just need you right against me, girl.
Cool. So that's probably good for now. Generally speaking, male vocals do kind of hang out around this area for low cutting, like around 120 hertz to let's say 180 or so, and that will change for female vocals. The next move that I want to do is I want to take out a little bit of his like nasally tone in a way, and that's going to hang out a little bit around like the 2 to 3K, maybe 4K range. So I'm just going to take a band and we'll make it a little thinner with the Q and just kind of listen, see where we can find that and take some of it out.
'Cause I'm running on it.
And I'll go a little drastic so you can really hear it.
'Cause I'm running on empty. Oh, driving in my 6-speed. I just need you right against me, girl. Don't kiss me, just fix me. Oh, mama, don't tempt me. No, riding back to shifty. No, you're drinking all my whiskey. From 0 to 60. 'Cause I'm running on empty. Oh, driving in my 6-speed.
A cool little trick. If you hit this little headphone button, when you move these around, it'll solo the frequencies that you're listening to, just to help you out.
'Cause I'm running on empty. Oh, driving in my 6-speed. I just need you right against me.
Cool.
'Cause I'm running on empty.
So that's where I'm gonna kind of have my EQ hanging out for now. And then my next step that I'm gonna do is I'm also gonna grab one more compressor. This one's gonna be a little more aggressive, so to speak. Keep it kind of around that 4-to-1 range on the ratio. My attack, I'll keep it around like 15 again, but I'm gonna go a little harsher on the threshold. That way I'm compressing a little bit more. Release, we're gonna keep it pretty quick. And yeah, let's go from there.
'Cause I'm running on empty. Oh, driving in my 6-speed. I just need you right against me, girl. Don't kiss me, just fix me. 'Cause I'm running on empty. Oh, driving in my 6-speed. I just need you right against me, girl. Don't kiss me, just fix me.
Okay, so I like that a lot. Overall, we're probably at about like 8 or so dB of compression, so we're smoothing it out quite a bit. You can go over that. It kind of just depends on the type of song, type of genre, the way the vocalist is singing, etc. So just be aware of that. Some songs will take less. If you're doing like classical music, you really don't want to use a compressor at all, but yeah, so that's kind of the first thing I'm doing to the vocal. This is just cleaning it up. So now we get to the kind of cooler part, more fun part, which is we get to put more effects on it and kind of change the vocal to how we want to sound it in the song, rather than just clean it up and make it sound cleaner. So on my lead vocal, I'm going to go ahead and throw a EQ on it to make it sound a little more bright and also help it cut through the mix a bit. We'll go back to our EQ 8 and I'm just going to boost around 8K a little bit. I'm going to use a band like this, not a high shelf, and let's just hear how this sounds.
'Cause I'm running on empty. Oh, driving in my 6-speed. I just need you right against me, girl. Don't kiss me, just fix me.
So I like that. Quick little note on boosting with the EQ. When you're going to boost something, make sure you do quite a wide Q when you're boosting. You want this little waveform right here, or not wave, bell shape to be just wider. It sounds cleaner when you're cutting. Generally I like to go a little thinner on the Q, but just a quick note. As far as the high end goes, I like it right here. You'll see a lot of engineers like to bump their stuff around 8K, and it's a good place to start. But remember, nothing's kind of set in stone. With audio, you want to change it a lot, or change it according to the song. 8K is a good place to start, though.
'Cause I'm running on empty, driving in my 6-speed. I just need you right against me. Don't kiss me, just fix me.
Cool. Alright, so now we want to make the vocal a little bit bigger, a little more wide. And to do that, this is a technique that I kind of combined a bunch of other people's ideas together to do this. So we're going to start with something kind of called the Haas effect, but a little bit different. So we're going to combine, we're going to group these tracks for now, or group these effects. And what this does is it gives us the ability to do chains. And a chain is pretty much kind of like a track within a track in a sense. So you group the tracks, or group the effects, and then you click this little button with the dots and the lines next to it. You can right click your chain and then just do duplicate, because I do want to keep all of these effects on the chain that I'm doing. And just to show you that it is like a separate track, I'm going to pan one left and pan one right and just show you. So if I mute the right track, you're going to only hear it in the left ear.
'Cause I'm running on empty.
And if I mute the left track, you're only going to hear it in the right ear.
'Cause I'm running on empty.
And that's just to kind of show you that they are indeed separate tracks. So going from there, I'm going to go back to Ableton's stock effects, because I'm trying to stay pretty much in that realm right now. And we're just going to go find their delay. Their delay is a pretty powerful little plugin right here. It does a lot of things that are super useful, not just for echoes. So I'm going to separate the two, and we're going to go to time as opposed to sync. Sync just syncs it to your BPM. You can do quarter notes, half notes, 16th, etc. But I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to go time. So I'm going to do about 4, I don't know, let's say 8 milliseconds there. And let's do like 73. It's kind of doesn't matter too much. You'll see kind of why. We're just slightly separating the left and the right channel by a little bit of time. Turn that dry wet up to 100. And what this is going to do is we're only getting a left channel and a right channel. There's nothing in the center. We already have our center channel with this chain right here, and we're going to call this the lead. This one we will call widener, high end. Or actually, let's do widener for now. So I'm going to turn it down, or actually I'm going to solo it so you can hear it.
'Cause I'm running on empty. Driving in my 6-speed.
And that's kind of what it sounds like. It separates the two, gives a pretty big stereo effect. So we're going to turn it down and we're going to slowly mix it into the lead.
'Cause I'm running on empty. Driving in my 6-speed. I just need you right against me. Don't kiss me, just fix me.
Now, listening to it, the right side is a little too delayed. It just sounds like, I don't know, his S's and T's are kind of getting like too like slapbacky in a way or something. So I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. We'll try like 45 milliseconds.
'Cause I'm running on empty. Driving in my 6-speed.
Cool, that sounds pretty good. And I'm going to mute it just so you can hear it while I'm playing it. It's not supposed to be a super audible effect. It just is supposed to make it feel a little wider.
'Cause I'm running on empty. Driving in my 6-speed. I just need you right against me. Don't kiss me, just fix me.
Cool. So that's where that's going to kind of land. And now I'm going to do one more. We're going to do another widener. This is going to be more of a low end thing. So we're going to do widener low. And for this one, I am going to dip out of the Ableton plugins for now and use the little altar boy. it's a Sound Toys plugin. If you get serious about this stuff, I do recommend Sound Toys. They make a lot of really good stuff, and I just end up using them on mixes all the time. So with Little Altar Boy, it's just a pitch shifting plugin. You have your formants, which the way I'd kind of explain it is like it's the length of your throat. So one of the reason males have deeper voices is because their throat is actually longer and wider, and females have shorter and smaller throats, which just kind of make their voices a little more high pitched. Pitch is literally just like a note shifter. So if you can think about it, when you go down 12, you've gone down an octave, you've gone down 12 notes. We're not going to mess with pitch just yet. We're going to start with formant and see what we can kind of do there. So let's take formant, put it down to like maybe -2.
Cause I'm running on it. Oh, driving in my 6-speed. I just need you right against me. Don't kiss me, just kiss me. Cause I'm running on it.
You know, I'm actually going to go with the pitch. I'm going to turn it down an octave. If you go anywhere in between no pitch shift to an octave, like if you're at -8, you're actually kind of going down a scale, so it's going to sound a little out of tune if you don't do it right. So let's just do an octave for now.
Cause I'm running on empty. Oh, driving in my 6-speed. I just need you right against me. Don't kiss me, just fix me.
Cool. That doesn't sound bad. I do want to EQ it a little bit, kind of fix up that high end. Grab this, drop it in here.
Cause I'm running on empty.
And I'm just going to cut the high end out. I don't really need it.
Cause I'm running on empty. Oh, driving in my 6-speed. I just need you right against me. Don't kiss me, just fix me.
Cool. So I'm going to leave it at that for the widening right now. And I'm going to add one more chain in. This one's going to be from the lead. It's not a widener. It's actually kind of like as mono as you can get. So I'm going to call this Buzz. And the idea behind this is it's supposed to really help your vocals cut through the mix. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a distortion. I hope I don't have it there. So we're going to go to Ableton stock plugins and just use an amp. And we're just going to freaking rock it. So probably take a lead. Make sure you turn the volume down because you don't want to blow your ears out. Boom. That's really all I'm looking for there. We are going to EQ it a little bit. Throw an EQ after the amp. And we're going to take a low cut and like really bring it up there.
Cause I'm running on empty. Oh, driving in my 6-speed.
Because we really just want that high end. And then just to make sure, I'm going to take a utility and we're going to put it on the very end of the chain and we're going to make that width 0. We want it super, super mono. And then we're going to mix it in. So coming back to our buzz right here, right now it's way too loud. So we're going to bring it down and bring it up slowly until we can just hear it.
Cause I'm running on empty. Oh, driving in my 6-speed. I just need you right against me. Don't kiss me, just fix me. Oh, mama, don't tempt me.
I think that's good. Notice it's like, dude, you can really barely hear that buzz, but it's making quite a difference. Just make sure it's in there, nothing too strong. You don't want to overpower your mix with that buzz. So right now the vocals are pretty dry. We don't have any reverb or delay on them. First thing I want to go ahead and do is we're just going to close this effect rack. So now whatever I put on it is on everything we just did. And I'm going to go ahead and use a delay to kind of widen it even a little bit more. And I think I'm going to go Echo Boy Jr. This is another Sound Toys, what am I trying to say? Another Sound Toys plugin. I just really like it. It emulates a few analog delays out there, but I just tend to really like the sound of this one. Memory, it kind of like, as each delay hits, it does a little bit of a filter to that delay. Then you have like a clean delay, such as the studio tape, and other ones that also sound pretty good. So for this one, we're going to do 32. We want it to be pretty quick, and the mix, we're going to kind of mess with it as it goes. Low cut, let's turn that up so we don't have any low end delay, because we don't really need that right now. And let's hear how it sounds.
'Cause I'm running on empty, driving in my 6-speed. I just need you right against me. Don't kiss me, just fix me. Oh mama, don't tempt me.
So I like that. It's just a little bit more widening to it. And yeah, I'm just going to cruise with that. Next one, I'm going to put some reverb on it. And these are kind of my reverbs that I like to use a lot. Little Plate is one of my favorites. H-Verb is another one that's by Waves. ROM is another really good one. I don't have it, but if you have Valhalla Vintage Reverb, that one is great too. But for now, we'll just do Little Plate. It's a plate reverb. I like these because they're a lot more harmonically, or does have a lot more harmonics in it. So as far as reverb goes, reverb kind of puts your track in its space. So if you want your vocals to sound really far away, you're going to have a little bit more of a wet with a higher delay time. If you want them closer, you're going to have less reverb on the dry wet and a little bit shorter delay time. So let's hear how it sounds with those settings. I got half a second delay and not too wet.
'Cause I'm running on empty, driving in my 6.
Got a little bit of glitchiness.
Don't kiss me, just fix me. Oh mama, don't tempt me. No riding back to safety. No, you're drinking all my whiskey. From here up to 60. Don't kiss me, just fix me. Oh mama, don't tempt me.
I think that sounds pretty good. It's just a little bit of reverb, just gives it a little more space, and it really just blends the vocal in pretty well. So we'll probably hang with that. Hear it one more time.
'Cause I'm running on empty, driving in my 6-speed.
And then I'm also actually going to take this buzz down about 2 dB.
'Cause I'm running on empty, driving in my 6-speed.
And then my very last thing that I want to do to it is I'm going to take a glue compressor and just do a little bit of compression on it, nothing too crazy. The attack, we're going to go pretty quick on this. Release, same thing, go about 2. Ratio, about 4. And we're just going to bring it down a little bit on the threshold, just till we kind of start to see this move.
'Cause I'm running on empty, driving in my 6-speed.
So it's looking like about 2 to 3 dB is how much we're compressing. So we'll actually turn the makeup a little bit to about that. So I'm gonna go 2.5, and let's hear it.
'Cause I'm running on empty, driving in my 6-speed. I just need you right against me. Don't kiss me, just fix me. Oh mama, don't tempt me.
Cool. So next move that I'm gonna make is I'm just All right. So, sorry for that wait there. I recommend once you kind of have your mix down on that kind of thing, just freeze and flatten your track just for your CPU load. You'll notice now I'm hanging out around 1%, where earlier I was doing about 50. Freezing your track just kind of converts all of the effects and stuff to an audio track for you, and that way you don't have to resample into another track. If I want to do an edit, I can just go unfreeze it, fix it, then freeze it again. And really the whole point is just to save your computer on CPU. So moving along, now we have our mid harmony and our low harmony. For these two, what I want to do is I'm just going to pan them. I'm going to do one kind of like maybe 25 right, one maybe 25 left. Keep it somewhat similar. And let's just hear how they sound together. We're going to have to make them feel about the same level when we're done here, but let's just hear them.
'Cause I'm running on empty. Driving in my 6-speed. I just need you right against me. Girl, don't kiss me, just fix me. Oh mama, don't tempt me. Nobody acting shifty. No, you're drinking on my whiskey. From 0 to 60.
Cool. Alright, so for these two, we're not going to go too in depth with kind of making them sound super pristine just because they're backups, and I'm actually going to put them in the background even more than they are already. But we just want to take a EQ, cut the low end out. We'll do it for both of them, and then I'm going to take a reverb, and I'm just going to go Ableton stock reverb. You can choose any of these that you like or just create your own reverb from the get-go, but I'm going to go with a large hall, drop it in here. Let's hear how it sounds.
Driving in my 6-speed.
Cool. And we're going to throw that same reverb on the other one. And let's bring them up.
'Cause I'm running on empty. Driving in my 6-speed. I just need you right against me. Girl, don't kiss me, just fix me. Oh mama, don't tempt me.
Dope. So that's all I'm going to do for those. I mean, you can go deeper into it and do cooler effects and whatnot, but I kind of want to let the vocals be the main thing of attraction here for the verse. I'm going to do a lot more effects and like delay and cool things over on this side for the pre-chorus, but we'll keep those hanging. That way it's just like your mind's not focused on all these delays and crazy things. That being said, there's this space right here when he finishes the phrase.
Against me, girl, don't kiss me, just fix me. Oh.
So this little space right here we can do some cool stuff with, and that's where my backings are coming in here. I'm gonna turn those on and let's just hear what they sound like.
Girl, don't kiss me, just fix me. Don't kiss me, just fix me.
So this is the effect I have on it right now is just the little altar boy right now, and all I did is I just turned it down to 12, and I probably messed with the formants a little bit, but it's already on there, so I don't have to mess with that. And we'll probably turn it up just a touch. You'll notice right now that the actual level of the track itself is at 0. I don't really want to go any higher than 0, so I'm going to do it on the clip itself. So if you double click the clip title bar right here, it says empty VVV back. You can just come down here to the sample thing and then turn it up right here, and you'll notice as I turn it up, the waveform itself gets louder. So we'll go like whatever 15 dB, and then if it's too loud we'll turn it down over here.
Don't kiss me, just fix me.
Cool, it's loud enough. I'm gonna turn it down just a touch, and then I'm really gonna mess with this little delay here. So we got another Echo Boy Jr. We're gonna try maybe a quarter note delay, a little bit more feedback, and let's take that low cut out. And let's hear how it sounds.
Don't kiss me, just fix me.
Let's go a little louder. Turn up that.
Don't kiss me, just fix me.
After listening to it, I actually want to try something else. We're going to go another audio track, and I'm just going to take that sound and put it down here on the other track. Grab my Echo Boy, throw it on here, and I'm going to take the Echo Boy off that affected one. And then we're going to take another, I don't know, we'll just do a large haul again. Make the dry wet about 50%, turn the decay up a touch. I don't want this chorus or this high cut. And let's just hear how this sounds.
Don't kiss me, just fix me. Don't kiss me, just fix me.
Since we already have that sound coming from the track above it on that back, we can just turn the mix to 100%, so we're only hearing the echo on this.
Don't kiss me, just fix me.
Cool. That sounds pretty cool. The only thing is, for this backing track, I think there's a little too much reverb, so let's take the decay time down a little bit and see how that feels.
Kiss me, don't kiss me, just fix me.
And then if you want a little more of that echo, just go ahead and turn it up.
Don't kiss me, just fix me.
Cool. That sounds pretty awesome. And we got a similar thing going here on the other end.
From 0 to 60.
And I think I'm just gonna leave it like that because we have that kind of abrupt stop. I don't think we need like any echo going on through that stop. We're gonna just kind of retain that dynamic change for a minute. Let's hear that ending.
Now you're drinking on my whiskey. From 0 to 60.
This is a bit too loud.
From 0 to 60.
Cool. Sounds good to me. And let's just play the whole thing through and see if we like it.
'Cause I'm running on empty. Oh, driving in my 6-speed. I just need you right against me. Don't kiss me, just fix me. Oh, mama, don't tempt me. No, about it back to shifty. Now you're drinking on my whiskey. From 0 to 60.
Okay. Sounds good. Alright, let's check out this pre-chorus for a minute. Let's hear how it sounds with everything.
Running on empty. On the time that you lent me. Don't risk me, I'm tipsy. I know you've had plenty. You don't represent me. I'm loaded like a Penske. You wrote I'm 6 feet.
Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do here is we're just going to go back to our gain automation and do just a little bit of a cleanup. It's pretty close, but I think we can do a little better.
Running on empty. On the time that you lent me.
I think this on could be a touch louder.
Running on the time that you lent me.
Maybe this me.
That you lent me. Don't risk me, I'm tipsy.
The beginning of don't seems a little too quiet to me, so I'm going to actually boost that too, just so we can really hear that D for don't.
Don't risk me, I'm tipsy.
Actually, I think the whole line could be just a little bit louder.
Don't risk me, I'm tipsy.
And that definitely bringing it up.
Don't risk me, I'm tipsy. The time that you lent me, risk me, I'm tipsy.
And then the I'm tipsy also seems to be just a little quiet, so let's boost that.
Don't risk me, I'm tipsy. Me, I'm tipsy. I know you've had plenty. Had plenty. I know you've had plenty. You don't represent me.
Here it's not too bad, but it sounds like the guitar in the track kind of drowns out the U, so let's boost that.
You don't represent. You don't represent me. I loaded like a Penske. You don't represent me. I loaded like a Penske. New rope, I'm 6 feet. I loaded like a Penske. New rope, I'm 6 feet. I loaded like a Penske. I loaded like a Penske. New rope, I'm 6 feet. Like a Penske. New rope, I'm 6 feet. New rope, I'm 6 feet.
Cool. Alright, that's all I'm going to do for there. Let's hear how it sounds.
Running on empty. On the time that you lent me. Don't risk me, I'm tipsy. I know you've had plenty. You don't represent me.
This whole thing is just a little too loud.
I know you've had plenty. You don't represent me.
Cool.
I loaded like a Penske. New rope, I'm 6 feet.
Alright, that's kind of all I want to do there. Let's go ahead and throw a compressor on it.
I know you've had plenty.
Same concept. Let's just go to about 4. 3.5. Turn our attack up a little bit. Release down a touch.
I know you've had plenty.
And make sure your gains are the same.
On the time that you lent me. Don't risk me, I'm tipsy. I know you've had plenty. You don't represent me. I loaded like a Penske. New rope, I'm 6 feet.
And then let's grab an EQ. As always, let's cut the low end. This one we're going to probably cut a little less because he's a lot lower in his voice. And let's hear it.
On the time that you lent me. Don't risk me, I'm tipsy. I know you've had plenty.
Yeah, we'll hang out right there. Okay. That's sounding good to me.
Running on empty. On the time that you lent me. Don't risk me, I'm tipsy.
Doesn't sound bad. Cut a little bit of this right here.
Running on empty. On the time that you lent me. Don't risk me, I'm tipsy.
Okay. So with that, I mean, that's pretty much all I want to do to those vocals. I'm keeping them pretty clean. They don't need too much editing. Don't fix something that's not broken kind of vibe there, I feel like. So I'm going to go ahead and throw on a reverb just to start with. And let's go.
On the time that you lent me. Don't risk me, I'm tipsy. I know you've had plenty. You don't represent me. I loaded like a Penske. New rope, I'm 6 feet.
Cool. Doesn't sound bad. And now let's go ahead and add in let's do a delay, make it sound like all airy and space. Do ping pong delay or whatever kind of delay you think fits best. Again, I'm going to go back to my memory delay because I love the sound of it. Let's hear what happens.
Running on empty, on the time that you lent me. Don't risk me, I'm tipsy. I know you've had plenty. You don't represent me. I loaded like a Penske. You rope, I'm 6 feet.
So I think we should add a little bit of high end to it. Just doing another little boost here. Let's see how that sounds.
Running on empty, on the time that you lent me. Don't risk me, I'm tipsy. I know you've had plenty. You don't represent me.
Cool. I'm gonna probably take these effects that I have on the first one, grab those. This is just a duplicate of the lead track right here, and I'm gonna use a chorus effect. For this one, I'm gonna go little micro shift, and let's see what happens.
Running on empty, on the time that you lent me. Don't risk me, I'm tipsy. I know you've had plenty. You don't represent me. I loaded like a Penske. You rope, I'm 6 feet.
Cool. And that's kind of just all I do. I mean, it's nothing too crazy. Just trying to make the tracks or the vocals fit with the track. Choice of reverb is very crucial for that. EQ, make sure you EQ your vocals to the track. I do not recommend soloing your vocals at any point, really, to do any EQ or compression, just because you want to EQ to the track. You don't want to do something that, like, I don't know, do a boost and it just sounds weird with the tracker, and then it sounds weird with the track. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope you liked it. I will post a full mix of the song, or just bounce this so you can hear it afterwards. Thank you guys so much.